Well, you know, when you try to save time and just follow tracks across the creek, they don't always pan out. Whoops.
He drives and I watch.
Yep.
When he hits stuff, I go,
You know the difference between a welder and a farmer? And I can tell this joke because I'm a certified welder and a farmer. Welders don't try to farm.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have.
and blessings from our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Well, morning. Back to spraying after 2 horribly windy days. Look at all the dirt that just blew onto the trailer with it being parked here. Crazy windy, but almost calm today, under 5 mile an hour I'd say. So gonna get the piece finished today, and then it's supposed to get pretty warm. So we're gonna go to the lake, take the day off, afternoon off. Tim told him to take the day off, he's doing stuff at his place, that kind of thing. So yeah, here we go. Put some crop oil in. If you guys don't have one of these easy cuts yet, they are awesome. Get all the caps off and just spin them half a turn, cuts the foil off the lids. Then I gotta show you this, I'm impressed. Foot pedals now to do the rinse. Our old dash you had to push down and the valve was up in the top here. Just check out how fast it washes out a jug. So the foot pedal is 2-position, it does air and water. I'm not sure if you just push it first if it's air. Yeah, air first and then water. So here we go, foil's off, put it on, hit the pedal. Isn't that crazy? Like it literally blows the jug bigger. It's sweet. That's about how long the old one took just to glug out the chemical or dump the chemical in. Here comes the crew. Building crew that put up our buildings coming in there to do another one. I don't know if you could hear him honking. They're heading by. So Cole called a couple weeks ago and asked if they could rent the teleloader to put up a shed up here. So I knew they were coming. Well, we saw them bringing some lumber up. So, yep, they're in the area. Some flip on the air, let it start blowing out the hose so it's not such a crazy anaconda of a hose to carry around. Get some air bubbles here. You see the hose bouncing. Check that off. Move the pressure off. There we go. Done. For those of you that haven't been around the channel for very long, that big shed we're talking about that Craig and Cole built for us, that was a building from Aldridge Lumber in Billings, Montana. So if you're looking for a big machine shed, storage, or shop, they do a heck of a job putting up those posted frame buildings. Yeah, highly recommend them. Super great on details. They were measuring the west end of that building before they started sheeting it, making sure it was square. And Cole says, oh, you got 15/16 off, give it one more click. Like they were that detailed on making sure that building was true. So very happy, would highly recommend those guys if you're looking for a machine shed in the area. Well, you know, when you try to save time and just follow tracks across the creek, they don't always pan out. Whoops, Tim's coming. Sorry Tim to ruin your day off. But he's grabbing the stagger, toe straps. I think Amy's bringing some toe straps over too. I was unfolded, had the booms back, and not high enough probably, and I think that drug and slowed me down because I was getting across it pretty good and then I wasn't. Yeah, see what the stagger can do, see if I can pull it out. Well, Amy brought a couple straps over, so we're hooked up. Tim is just getting here with the 9280. We get hooked up here and see how this goes.
Meeting of the minds over there. Oh my gosh, come on! Oh. I wonder if you guys could hear that.
I didn't think it was possible to get 800 stuck. Obviously, I was wrong. Yeah, that's a pretty good hole. Huh. I'm still shocked Dad made it through here, because literally this spring, he crossed right here, and there's the other track.
Your dad's gonna be ticked when he's gotta wash the sprayer out. You don't want to do like the custom harvest crew days where you got to go stand in the hole that you dug? That's what we used to do.
I think there's they had the versatile stuck over there when this all used to be farmed as one, and there's still like dips in the ground from that. I think there's a little bit of quicksand in this ground too. There'll probably be fish in these holes here in a couple of years. All right, I better finish spraying.
Yeah.
Well, finished up for the day, heading back to the building, and yeah, almost out of fuel again. So 2,500 acres over here on that tank of fuel. Pretty amazing how many acres you can cover in one of these things on not a whole lot of fuel. Well, I had all the plans figured out last night. Wind is supposed to be nice and calm. Let's go finish spraying the peas. And then it was windy this morning. Forecast changed overnight. It's calmed down now, but it's over 80 degrees. So once the wind calms down, I'll go back to spraying. But we've been doing dirt work around the mega shed, getting good slope away from there, bringing in this washed rock to put down so we got a base so we don't sink out of sight or track mud all over. And also like you get rock up to the edge of the building so that when it drips off the roof, it doesn't splash dirt up on the wall. But the wind's down now, like I said, got the doors opened up, everything moved out of the way, trying to put drills in the shed. Well, a couple days ago, I finally got the correct and working egg express cable for the field view, and it's yay! Now it's ready for next season. All year we went without having the Mappy working on the iPad for that, so that's good. Got that figured out. Just a side note, in case you're wondering. I'm excited about it anyways. The 100-foot drill going down the road, it's like 145 feet long for the front of the tractor to the back of the cart. So to make the corners, you run your system hydraulics, and then you have this control from the cab to steer it. So there I turn right and swings the back of that drill around. It's two phase, so it's like a sharp turn or a gradual turn. So there I'm on the sharp turn. It really will push that thing around the corner, and it'll follow the tractor around onto an approach. So that's really engineered well. It works really good to get the drill up against the wall in the shed. We're gonna show you how that all works. All right, so we got it pretty well close to the wall there. I just keep on bumping it like I'm turning left, and gets that sucked over nice and tight. Get it up here just right outside the door. There we go, ready to unhook it. Well, Climate asked me if I wanted to make this field active, so it's obviously working finally.
I would have had a really cool video of you pulling in, but my camera died.
Did it really?
Yep, 2% battery when I put it.
Whoops.
I don't know how much I got.
So I guess we didn't really show you how we did it.
He drives and I watch.
Yep.
When he hits stuff, I go,
That's what I do in the cab too.
Pretty simple.
Now time for the littler drill. Last year we had them both facing out this way. This year we're gonna put this one in like this, and then maybe we'll have a little more room up front.
Well, there's one card in. Now we're gonna try this one backwards. Dare to be different, right?
Well, this is coming along pretty nice. Do a little finishing blading it with that tractor and that twin blade. That does a really nice job of filling holes. You can push back with it and really smooth stuff out nice. Do a little raking along the building yet, but a couple more loads. Maybe another load here, one or two on this end. This side should be done. And we got everything, like when we put the bins and everything, we at least got this all filled in. So we got really good base for loading trucks and whatever into the mud. Get the rest of this done. The other side of the building, gotta do the new approach. Probably do another load over like the other side of the tractor. Maybe a couple more around the apron there. And then we should have some nice, good drainage around the building all around. Maybe get done with the blowing dirt when the wind blows over here. Speaking of that, better put this tractor away and go start spraying because the wind's gone down completely now. Well, for now, I guess we'll just stick this right in here, get it out of the sunshine. We all know what red paint looks like after the sun's been shining on it for too long. It looks like that Steiger. You want to know how low I ran this sprayer on fuel when I got back to the building? yesterday morning. She lost prime sitting here. So I gotta like cycle the key a few times and get the pressure built back up so I can start it. Oops. There we go. Well, I washed out and loaded up with wheat spray. Got most of this half section done. Neighbor's got lentils here, and we've got peas here, and the wind's blowing that direction. So I am gonna make just one more pass back, leave a gap there, and come catch it when the wind switches out of the west or northwest or southwest or a west direction. I'm also going to run my pressure real low just so I don't have anything drifting over onto those fields. Wind is more than what we like to spray in, but forecast isn't very good. Nothing in the single digits for wind for the next like 4 days, so guess we get what we get. Alright, you probably can't see it, but right over here is a grass section line. We got at least a half a sprayer width over there to the edge. Where'd it go? There we go. So I'll call it quits after we get to the north end. See what the weather brings the next couple days, I guess. Morning. Guess what? It's windy outside again. Or still, maybe. Still. I'm going with still. It's not still. It's just still windy. I am working on FSA maps, which is the not fun part of farming. I just don't enjoy the office work. I don't really know who would. But we got to get the acreage report in. They use these for, I'll give you a paper to take your crop insurance so that you have everything matches up, blah, blah, blah. They get the reports for this. They know what crops are planted, all that kind of stuff. We really like using field view from climate field view. So if I find my map in my stack of papers here that I gotta go through, I can go to the field that I find here. So this is the field that this map matches up with. This is already clicked on this, but we got peas for 2025 and my planting date, and they're on here, so I can write on, well, we've planted this over 3 different days with different stuff, so I'm just gonna put the middle date for 14, and then this is my form for crop insurance too. I'll give, and then I'll get these back, and I gotta write off the red pen. I think is still the rule, or red pencil for the ones for FSA. So yeah, that's what I gotta do this morning. Yay. Okay, I got distracted here. This is ag.wx.com. This is, I think it's Nutrients, weather models and stuff like that, and they're just pulling, it's just a good useful website. Really like it. Just looking at average rainfall. So smooth line through the center here, dark line, that's our average rainfall. This black line down here, this is our current from January 1. We are at 3.3 inches. That's better than I would have expected. We should be at almost 5.5 inches for the year. Dotted line up here, that is last year's rainfall. Look at this though, kind of a cool trend how there's a lot of this week we get rain and then it levels off and then it comes up again. So forecast looks pretty good. We come up here, look at the different models for Thursday. We're getting forecasted for 3,500s up to 7/10 depending on which model we're following. We come up to Saturday, another 10th maybe. I mean, it's pretty widespread once we get out of that, but we got a system coming through. Here's the current radar. So there's some stuff in Canada, some stuff along the US border kind of coming across. But anyways, just thought that was interesting to see our trends in this region. Here we come for hopefully another good soaker. I mean, wouldn't it be great to grab 2 inches and catch us back up to average? I think that would be pretty sweet, but I don't think that's what the forecast shows. Anyways, back to maps. Well, I'm back from town. Tim said I had to get my hot glue gun out, fix the twin blade. He's got it all ground out, ready to weld. We'll get some bead laid on both sides of that. Should be ready to go again. All right, let's see if I remember how to do this or not. Got the leads pulled off the spools. These are the leads that I used to use when I was welding the oil field. These are just made out of axle bearings and wheel bearings. Enter some old truck air tanks, isolate the ground, or isolate the hot, ground to ground, don't matter, and you can pull them out 100 feet, works really good. It ain't the prettiest weld. A little cold lap, but it'll work. Especially once I weld it on this other side too. Now that it's warmed up, it'll work better. You know the difference between a welder and a farmer? And I can tell this joke because I'm a certified welder and a farmer. Welders don't try to farm. Saying. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget, go check out these guys, Farm Focused, for the Fast Ag hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, all the goods. And there's a bunch of other brands on there. Larson's, Zach, Millennial Farmer, Welker's. Go check them all out. FarmFocus.com. And don't forget, farm hard, pray harder. We'll see you next video.